So everybody's really proud of themselves, patting themselves on the back, in the Democratic Party, because they made a big stand and they did an occupy. They occupied the House floor to make a point and shine a light on the GOP's inaction on gun control. So it turns out what they were voting on, the bill, well, first of all, the headline is this. It turns out ACLU opposes the use of unfair watch list system to. So they're all upset because they wanted to, if you can't fly, it's, what is it? No fly, no buy. That's
right.
what they were saying.
No fly, no buy.
So if you're on the terrorist watch list, they say you shouldn't be able to buy a gun, right? So this is the big thing. It's like, can't we even do this? But it turns out the ACLU is against that bill. So the lefties are standing up for a bill that the lefty organization, the ACLU, is against. What do they say? What's wrong with the bill? They say the ACLU strongly urges you to vote against the Collins Amendment because it uses the error-prone and unfair watch list system, along with vague and overbroad terms as a predicate for a proceeding to deny a firearms permit. So let me just read you what the vote on the Collins Amendment also. So this was supposed to be a compromise. The Collins Amendment, which is backed by Senate Minority Leader Harry Reid, targets those on the no-fly list and the selectee list, a secret list which selects certain passengers for additional inspection at U.S. airports. This is a narrower frame than the measure proposed by Dianne Feinstein earlier this week, which targeted anyone on the broader terrorist watch list. Feinstein's amendment was defeated on Tuesday, along with another offered by Senator John Cornyn from Texas. So the ACLU urged them to vote against all these things because it used the unfair watch list system, which was vague and with overbroad terms. Okay, let's see what else they say. And it says reliance on the lists would open the door to arbitrary and discriminatory government action, said the ACLU. And they also said the ACLU opposed both measures for relying on a watch list system that has in the past swept up innocent individuals, is kept secret. Did you know this? This is all secret? I didn't know that. And offers no meaningful process for people to correct government errors and clear their names.
Yes, some people are kept on it for years.
Yeah, so I saw a Boston Legal about this. And they attack this problem, and it does seem to be a crazy problem. If your name matches anybody who's might be a terrorist or a family member of a terrorist, or I don't know. There's certainly a lot of Irish terrorists that I'm sure I would be. The IRA. You going to say something?
Well, if the worst thing about this is that it keeps anyone from getting a gun justifiably or unjustifiably, I say, I don't give a crap. I don't want anybody to have a gun,
I'm with you, by the way, on that. So they're saying, hey, you're going to... the ACLU is opposing this on principle because they're against the terrorist watch list, I guess, being the way it is.
And I understand and agree with that, too. It's
that there isn't a process to challenge the terror watch list, which there should be. It is bullshit.
Yeah.
Here's what Glenn Greenwald had said about it. He made another good point about this. He said Democrats in unison are actually arguing that the U.S. government must constrain people whom they are now calling potential terrorists. Just spend a moment pondering how creepy and Orwellian that phrase is in the context of government designations. Yeah, it is. That the government must constrain people whom they are calling potential terrorists. So that was just like that movie Minority Report with Tom Cruise, where they arrested you for stuff that you were thinking. That's what it sounds like, right? So good points. And of course, when the Democrats decide to make a stand on an issue, of course, it's the fucking wrong one. Of course, it's not the right one. There's a lot of stuff they should be occupying the House about. How about the fact that we have 5% of the world's population and we imprison 25% of the world's prisoners? How about that? How about that our criminal justice system is overtly so racist that even Republicans notice? So how about the Occupy for that? How about Occupy the fact that maybe we get our health care that's somewhere along the lines of, I don't know, Costa Rica? I don't know. I just think it was such a narrow thing to occupy for. And of course, they got it wrong. So,
Jimmy, the ACLU also came out against the Tom Collins Amendment.
The Tom Collins Amendment, which, I don't know, I was too drunk to read that amendment. Okay, so...
that was along with the Jack Daniels Amendment.
What was that one?
That was, you can't have a Tom Collins with a Jack Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then you can make some shitty food at TGI Fridays.
Don't knock TGI Fridays.
I love it. I love TGI Fridays.